These are the Transformers Cyberverse, One Step, Jet Blast Prowl, Dual Boom Blast, Jazz, and Gravity Cannon Wheeljack. I picked up all these figures at my local Toys R Us store. They were originally selling for $13 each, and I picked them up for an amazing clearance price of $7 each. I'm so excited to show them off for you guys. Let's get them out of packaging. And here they are out of packaging, and these guys look absolutely great. The alt modes look amazing. And I think my favorite out of all these alt modes has got to be Wheeljack. He looks great. He's like a very sharp looking car. These two very similar, and I think Jazz, I think, has the worst alt mode out of the three, but it's still very good. It's just that the feet are scraping on his car mode, unlike Prowl that has cleared the floor very nicely and rolls very nicely, very smoothly. Well, Jazz doesn't really roll that smoothly. But looking at these white cars, white alt modes, they look great. They're a great representation of the popular Autobots, Prowl, Jazz, and Wheeljack. And for some size comparisons, here they all are with Transformers War for Cybertron Trilogy, Earthrise, Prowl. And as you can clearly see, they scale nicely with some of the regular Transformers figures out there, about the same size as Prowl in their alt mode. For transformation, both Prowl and Jazz share the same engineering, while Wheeljack has a different set of transformation sequence compared to these two guys. But they're all one step, so very easy to transform. Let's start with Prowl and Jazz. Prowl transforms a lot better than Jazz for some reason. So you push down on the exhaust, push it down like this, and he transforms Prowl into his amazing robot mode. The arms can go forwards and backwards, and you can clearly see the amazing details that really define this character to be Prowl. Now, his gimmick is the Jet Blast guns, which are here. They don't work that well, though, but you can push the rear windshield like this, and it should pop out the guns, albeit not as perfect as it should be, and fire that jet blast. All right, on to Jazz. Jazz is the same thing. Just want to push on this tab right here, or the exhaust, and he transforms into his robot mode. Very similar to Prowl, and again, he's got all the details that define the G1 Generation 1 Jazz and Cyberverse Jazz. He looks very sharp, very cool. And the same gimmick for the blast, which is a dual boom blast. Push on the spoiler right here, and it flips out these blast cannons, which is very similar to Prowl. Very cool. And then finally, Wheeljack transforming is a little bit tricky. You hold on to the side view mirrors so you can pop off that entire roof and windshield assembly. Flip it all the way back right here. And then what you want to do is for stability, you want to bend the feet forward and then just push on those shoulders backwards like this. And that will form the robot mode of Wheeljack. His arms can also move forward and backward. It's a little tricky, might not be a accurate or legit one step, but I thought it was very cool, as the robot is revealed. Pretty interesting, very solid transformation. Now, his gimmick is the gravity cannon, which fires a missile. It doesn't really fire a missile, it's like a blast. The missile doesn't get released, or it's not an actual projectile. It's just an effect that extends when you push this button right here, or the end of the missile, like that, so you don't run the risk of losing that missile. So I thought that was pretty cool. They're great looking robot modes, great looking alt modes, and I thought it was a very, very interesting one-step transformation engineering for all robots. And so some final thoughts on these figures. I think they're amazing. I love the one-step engineering, and these figures are honestly a lot of fun to play with. They're great for any shelf of Transformers. They're wonderful to bring along and just play along and fidget with. I think Hasbro did a wonderful job representing the G1 likeness and Cyberverse likeness of these characters. Their alt modes and car modes look amazing, and the robot modes are a great representation of the characters. I highly recommend these figures. Let me know in the comment section what you think of these one-step Cyberverse figures of Prowl, Jazz, and Wheeljack. Hit me up in the comments, and as always, hit that notification bell so you never miss out on any of my latest video reviews. If it's your first time here, please subscribe. And if you want to help the channel out, please check out my Patreon account. There's a link in the description box below. Thanks for watching.
Guys, Prime's in trouble. You know what to do? We gotta roll out. All right, guys, let's transform and roll out. Autobots, roll out.